Good morning, students. I am educator of Bhakti International School. Today we are going to start our new chapter, that is NCERT class 10 science chapter number 4, carbon and its compound. It is very important topic because mostly in all the elements, in all the compounds, mostly carbons are used very effectively. So we have to know the nature of carbons and its compound. Why? Because carbon has a unique nature. Why? Because the configuration, carbon will lose 4 electrons and gain also 4 electrons. That's why carbon has an unique property. So we will start this chapter with compounds. Compounds are of two types. We all know there are two types of compounds. One is organic compound and another is inorganic compounds. So organic compounds are made up of carbons and from the basis of all living organisms. Means plants, animals, human beings, insect, all these are all living beings are made up of carbons and another form of all. Means our full body will be made up of carbon. So these are called organic compounds. The element carbon is non-metal, and we all know carbon is a non-metal. We already studied in our previous chapter metals and non-metals. So carbon is a non-metal. It always forms covalent bond. We will study in our next topic what is covalent bond and all these things. So the bond formed by sharing of electrons pair between two atoms are known as covalent atoms. Here it was given covalent atoms. So when our chapter goes at last, you will understand what is covalent bond. Okay, first we will study what is covalent atoms. The bond formed by sharing of electrons pair between atoms are known as covalent atoms. Means when any compounds are formed like water, H2O, means hydrogen and oxygens are combining together, so they form a bond, and that type bond is called covalent bond. There are three types of covalent bonds: single bond, double bond and triple bond. So these are covalent bond. How it is formed we will study in our next topic. So how carbon attains noble gas configuration? Means mostly we all know what is noble gas. Oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, these all are noble gases. Carbon is tetravalent. What is carbon? Carbon is tetravalent. Why? Because it lose 4 electrons, it gain also 4 electrons. That's why carbon is a tetravalent in nature. It does not form ionic bond. Means carbon doesn't form ionic bond. Why? Because it will forms covalent bond, because it lose and gain 4 electrons. Either losing 4 electrons means C4 plus, or by gaining 4 electrons C4 minus. If carbon will lose 4 electrons, then it will be positively charged. If carbon will gain electrons, so it will negatively charge. So when it was gaining, the charge was 4 plus, the valency are 4 plus. When it gain electron, the valencies are 4 minus. So it is difficult to hold 4 extra electrons and would require large amount of energy to remove 4 electrons. So carbon can form bond by sharing of its electrons with the electrons of the other carbon atoms or with other elements and attain noble gas configuration. Means what is noble gas configuration? To be stable. To be stable means it doesn't lose and doesn't gain any electron, then we will say it is a noble configuration. So to hold 4 electrons, so it is not easy. So it was not capable to, so it was difficult to hold 4 extra electrons. But if we will lose 4 electrons. So many energy will be required. If we gain, so then also we have to use so many energy. So instead of this, carbon will make a bond with another elements to save their energy and to be attain a noble gas configuration. How it will make a bond? We will see here. The atoms of other elements like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine, these all forms bond by sharing their atoms with carbon. See here, hydrogen. Hydrogen we are writing, we all know. We never write H, O, N. Why? Because they are not stable. They are not stable. That's why we have to write H2, O2, N2. Why? For their noble, to attain their noble gas configuration, to be stable. If they have only single elements, they doesn't stable. Hydrogen have only one atom. So how it is stable? We all study in our previous chapter what? In 9th classes, Niels Bohr atomic model. In that we will see that an atoms have their subatomic particles, neutron, proton and electron. Electrons are continuously moving around the nucleus and they have a discriminate orbit, and there are so many orbits. So we have represent that orbit by K, L, M, N. So by configuration we all know, in K orbit how many electrons are there? 2. In N orbit 8. In M orbit 18. Right? So how? So if here in hydrogen only one atom will be present, so for their stabilization we have hydrogen have at least 2 atoms. That's why it will join another hydrogen. They create bonding with another hydrogen. Why? Because one hydrogen have one atom, both have one atom, so they will combine and make a bond. So now it will make a bond here. Both will share their one atoms to each other. So now these hydrogen have 2 atoms, this hydrogen have also 2 atoms, so they both will be stable. That's why we are writing H2. So here one shared pairs of electrons, means there are 1 atom shared between them. Both have one atom shared, so they make a single bond by sharing 1 atoms. So like this we make a bond. If it will share 2 atoms, then it will make double bond. If it will share 3 atoms, then it will make triple bond. Here it will share only single bond, single atoms. That's why it is single bond. Okay, now here see, in oxygen, the atomic number of oxygen have 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 atoms. So the electronic configuration of this oxygen was 2, then 4. And we all know the orbits have 2, 8, 18. So what happens here? Here there are for making stable, to make oxygen stable, we have another 4 oxygen atoms having, then it will be stable. So what happens? Here we will also taken 2 oxygen, both have 6 electrons. So what happen? This oxygen will share 2 electron, this oxygen also share 2 electrons, so they make a double two shared pair of electrons. So here both will share two electrons with each other, so they make a double bond between oxygen atom. That's why we have written here O2. We are not returning only OX when we are writing in any equations and chemical equations. We have always written, when we are always written at freely, it will be O2. Now see third one, nitrogen. We always write nitrogen in N2 when we are writing only elements, not in a compound. In compound NH4, ammonia, we are writing only single atoms. But here when we are only writing nitrogen, then we have to write N2. Why? Because single N is not stable, because N have 5 electrons, right? So if it want to be stable, so it will share 3 electrons to each other. So here these 2 nitrogen will share 3 electrons, so they make 3 shared pairs of electrons. So it have triple bond between nitrogen atoms. So like this we are creating a covalent bond, single bond, double bond and triple bond. By sharing a number of electrons to each other, it decided which type of bonds you are forming. If it will share 1 pair of electrons, then it is a single bond. If it will share 2 pairs of electrons, then it will double bond. If it shares 3 pair of electrons, then it will be triple bond. Now here molecules of water have single covalent bond, H2O. Why we are writing H2O? Why are not writing HO? Because HO is not be stable. Why? We all know, for stabilization of oxygen, we have to share 2 electrons with oxygen, and hydrogen have only 1 atom, so it doesn't able oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So oxygen needs 2 atoms and single hydrogen have only 1. So here we will take 2 hydrogen. So this hydrogen will share 1 electron, this hydrogen will share 1 electron, and it will make a single bond with oxygen. That's why we are writing water as H2O. Why? Here hydrogen have two hydrogen elements we are taken for making water, for stabilizing of oxygen. Physical properties of covalent compounds. Covalent compounds have low melting and boiling point as they have weak intermolecular force. Means the force of attraction between covalent bonds are weak. So and the melting and boiling point are also low. They are generally poor conductor of electricity as electrons are shared between atoms and no charged particles are formed. Means they are not conducting electricity. They are poor conductor of electricity. As why? Because electrons are shared between them and the particles doesn't change their charge. That's why. Versatile nature of carbon. We already I already said you that the carbon have unique property. They have versatile nature of carbon. What is that? The 2 characteristic properties of carbon element which lead to the formation of large number of compounds. Means carbon compounds have 2 types of property. One is catenation property, and second is tetravalency. These 2 properties, in which what is catenation property? Carbon can link with carbon atoms by means of covalent bond. Means one carbon atom will combine with another carbon atoms by covalent bonds to make a long chain of long chains of compounds like long chain, branched chain, closed ring compounds. These types of chains that forms the carbon atom by the process of catenation. You will study in next topic the whole chart of catenation, means carbon will join with another carbon to make alkynes, alkanes and alcohol. So we will study in our next topic. Though it was clear that how carbon will make a chain. Tetravalency, this is our second property. Carbon has 4 valence electron. We all know carbon have 4 valence electron. It will lose or gain the 4 electrons. Can bond with other 4 carbon atoms, monovalent atoms, oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur. Means carbon will join with another carbon, means 4 atoms of carbon will join another 4 atoms of carbon, it will be stable. So carbon have the ability to make a chain with another carbon atoms. Now what is hydrocarbon atom? There are 2 types of hydrocarbon atoms. First, what is hydrocarbon? Compounds made of hydrogen and carbons are called hydrocarbon. Mean in which hydrogen and carbon is present, that type of compound is called hydrocarbon. There are 2 types of hydrocarbon. One is saturated hydrocarbon, second is unsaturated hydrocarbon. What was difference between saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons? This was the property, it will differentiate these two topics, saturated hydrocarbon and unsaturated hydrocarbon. What is saturated hydrocarbons? Saturated hydrocarbons have single bond between carbon atoms. Means hydrogen will combine with carbon with single bond. So that is called saturated carbon atom, like this. Carbon combined with carbon with single bond. Now alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons. The alkanes are coming in saturated hydrocarbons. We will study what is alkanes, what is alkenes, what is alkynes in our next topic. The whole chart we will study. Alkanes general formula, means how we will represent. We will study it in our first chapter, chemical equations and reaction. In that we will see that C2H6, right? So it is saturated hydrocarbon. It is represented by C here. Cn, N is number of atom, here 2. H is also number of atom. What we have taken here? 2. So here also we will take on 2. So 2 into 2, 4. 4 plus 2, 6. So C2H6. When if we will take 2 carbon, we have to add 6 hydrogen, we have to combine 6 hydrogen to stable this chain. Okay, you understand? This was the general formula to write saturated hydrocarbons. Unsaturated hydrocarbons have double and triple bonds between their carbon atoms, like see here. These 2 carbon atoms have double bond. Here these 2 carbons have triple bond. These 2 are coming in a unsaturated carbon atoms. Alkenes and alkynes are unsaturated hydrocarbon. And the general formula for alkenes, if they have double bond, then it will say it by alkenes, and it have triple bond, then we will say that alkynes. So alkenes have general formula CnH2n, and alkyne have general formula CnH2n minus 2. To write the molecular formula, we have to use this general formula. So in our next video, we will study the whole chart of alkane, alkynes and alkenes, and some other type of hydrocarbons and other type of formation that is made by the help of carbon. So thank you.